Party people in the place to be, live from 58 Dream Street. We're James and the Games. Happy Saturday, folks. Here we are. The slinger of the cheese moon, indeed. The cheese moon has been slung. What else has been done? The cornucopia, the statue's cornucopia has been fed. Yes, I did do that. I got the ambrosia. Hey, BJ. What other things happened? I got the whatever serum, the right? Yep, that was true. That couple definitely, especially the haunting lady ghost who, if you behold her terrible visage, you die instantly. Pretty good looking, actually. Not so hard to look at unless you die just from doing it, in which case it's a rough ride. Oh, yeah. At any rate, we got Valanice up into the sky. We took her to Etheria. I don't believe I've entered Etheria proper or spoken to Etherians yet, because I found that ambrosia and I said, okay, this is a good place to stop. I'll go back. I'll stick the ambrosia in the cornucopia there, and then we'll come back up. And so I did that. And then that's where I stopped, in the middle of Chapter 5 of, by the way, King's Quest VII, the Princeless Bride. So now, today, the big question is, can we beat this game? I'm going to say, I don't know. Because while on the one hand, I have no obligations today, it is a beautiful day out. And so maybe I should spend a little bit more time outside before the sun's completely gone. Like, that could be later. So we got time, and we'll see. Maybe we'll finish off the Princeless Bride today, or maybe we'll get into position to do so next week. I will put my marker down and say no later than next week. We're beating this game. And then, of course, we have Mask of Eternity on deck. Might take a week in between, play some Lolo or something. Just to give myself a buffer. So the jarring shift from King's Quest that is great to King's Quest that maybe not so great is not as jarring. All right. Here we are. It's a big weekend. Not just a big period in my life right now for over the next couple weeks, because not only is it just like the busiest part of the year, like it's never worse than mid to end of March in the winter term, for me at least, with my teaching load. It is also this particular weekend, I am on my own. Danielle is off to visit her nephew for his birthday. And while the cat's away, the Most will do all the regular stuff he always does. So here I am. And then 1 week from today, I'm going to turn 39. How the hell did this happen to me? And then, also, yesterday, we hit episode 50 of Friday Night Frosthaven, which was pretty exciting. And Michaela made her debut as our player 2, which was exciting. We had fun. That was great. And then on Tuesday coming, barring some disaster knocking on my wooden coaster, Greg and I are going to hit 50 episodes of Greg and James Beat 'em Up, while also playing Beat 'em Up number 50 in our historical journey through the genre. Oh ho! Another March baby. When I was a kid, I always... Actually, even now, if someone hasn't told me when their birthday is, I assume it's in March. I'm not sure if that's actually a thing, but it always felt to me like a lot of people I knew had their birthdays right around mine. I don't know if there's a... Let's count it backwards. Oh, yeah, sure. So that would make you... No, don't worry, PJ. None of us are old. You're only as old as you feel. Age is just a number. What counts as being good looking. Um, but yes, I guess I wouldn't be surprised if maybe March is a statistically more frequent birth month. Just because if you count it back 9 months, it's like, oh yeah, the summer. Everyone's got free time, wearing less clothing. It's nice out. Who knows? Okay. You know what? Oh ho. So is I always want to say Rich is my buddy Rich, but that's not true. It's me and Rich's buddy Robert, who is a January baby. Rich is a September baby, like my little sister. Okay, that's enough ado. Let's fire this up. Wait, hold on. Have I set the volume levels? Yes, I have. Very good. Maybe adjust my own down a little so I don't blow my own eardrums out. I was actually using these to listen to stuff. All right. Here we go. King's Quest VII. The Princeless Bride. In news that is momentous only to me, and I doubt anyone else cares that much, but I finally today, the very first thing I ever did on this stream was play Ultima 5 Warriors of Destiny. And what was I thinking starting the stream at this particular time? You're correct, Abra. I'm gonna take a brief intermission and feed these cats, and we'll get to it, gang. Hang tight. Okay, there, got that out of the way. I remember now when I said, what was I thinking starting the stream when it would be like immediately cat lunchtime? And then I realized that I'd planned to start earlier so that we'd get started and then I'd go feed them. But I had to suddenly delay my starting time because I couldn't find my glasses. I was baffled by this because I'd been wearing them. Then I went up to put a different sweater on and then I couldn't find them. And I was like, I know I had them. I know where I've been, and also our house our place is a 3-level townhouse, so it's just a column basically. And I went everywhere that I'd been. I kept not finding them. It turned out that they were underneath my cat Astra, who's a big, fluffy, long-haired cat. And I guess I had taken them off and tossed them on the bed, and so she was getting up on the bed to lay down. And was like, here's an object I can take possession of. And so she had them completely covered. But when I developed the theory that the glasses were under her, I was like, all right. I was like poking around at her sides and I got a feel on them. And I managed to extricate them from underneath her without disturbing her. So she didn't get up. And I also didn't break the arms of the glasses, which it really wasn't wise. I should have just been like, come on, Astro, let's move. Because there's a real chance that I was going to just bend one of the arms backwards while it was stuck underneath her. But yeah, Astra loves if she has the opportunity to take possession of somebody's thing that she knows is it's a them thing. Which I mean, that's pretty common cat behavior. All right, here we go. We had to start a second go because Well, it turned out it wasn't the game's fault, it was my fault. I had inferred that there was auto-saving going on due to a combination of the single save system and the fact that when you die and you say continue, you get refreshed like right before the scene where you could have entered a death situation. So I thought, like, it's at the very least throwing down autosaves when you're going towards peril. And so probably at the end of chapters, and then I finished chapter 4, shut it down for the week, and the next week discovered, no, there's no autosaving going on. So we had to start one that started in chapter 5, which is where we are. Let's go. All right. Yeah. Well, there's also like a very clear cat thing of like, I like the clothes of the people who I like. And obviously there must be some like, because it has your smell. This smells like you. And obviously animals have a little bit different standards for what kind of smells they can find appealing. No disrespect to either PJ's feet or anybody who prefers the smell of feet. I'm not here to judge anybody. Okay. So, we are down here on the ground. This is Lady Ceres, right? And she has been turned back into a lady, but she's standing stock still like a tree. So, old habits die hard. And then, to return to the sky, I just noticed the music here is kind of cool. To return to the sky, I just blow this whistle, right? Or this flute or recorder or what have you. The nightmare will come. I'm not sure the horse has been referred to as a nightmare, but it certainly is a magical black horse that was previously the steed of an undead horror. So there's some nightmarishness to it. Okay, have I inspected my horseman's fife? It's just a good fife, I think. Yeah. No secret messages engraved on it or anything like that. What else am I holding? Ambrosia. Even after feeding the ambrosia into the horn of plenty, I still have some left over. I've got this hunting horn. The flag made from scrap of petticoat. Still haven't found a use for that. It's very mysterious. Is this an empty pot now? Yep, an empty clay pot. A receptacle that we could put something in if needed. And of course, Valanice's trusty comb, which she can always pull out when she wants to remember that she has a daughter and start crying on command. Okay. Let's go. So much like when I was playing King's Quest V and King's Quest VI, and I noticed that for all that looks lovely to me on the screen in front of me that I'm watching the game on, when I happen to go to my Twitch channel and see the video on demand thumbnails at very small size, especially on my phone, when you cram it down to that kind of resolution, like those King's Quest V and VI backgrounds, they no longer look like digitized paintings. They look like friggin' paintings. Like they're gorgeous. And I've noticed a similar effect, except not to look like a painting, but to look like much more just like, yeah, okay, sure. That could be a 50s, 60s era Disney cartoon. Why not? So here we are in Etheria, where apparently there's a nightmare going on. This chapter is called Nightmare in Etheria, but so far at least, seems pretty idyllic, right? There was that one sort of formless horror that emerged from a cave and did something indescribable to Valanice. This is the cave that I guess we'll give a wide berth to for now. There's that ambrosia. Huh. Actually, it might be the case that the Cave of Blunders there is our only option. So, I suspect just clicking will cause me to just die. But I'm going to do it anyway in case something somehow changes because I helped them down below. Or if there's a game over message.
No! No! Get away! What a hideous beast! I could use some advice on how to avoid that thing.
There. I wanted to hear the oops, you've expired message. Advice on how to avoid that beast. Okay.
What in heaven's name was that? I've never seen a creature so swift.
Valanice. That's a horse ghost. Like, come on. I think that's reasonably clear just from its form. Okay, so. Who can give me advice? Will those fairies give me advice if I tempt them perhaps with some ambrosia? I shouldn't roll my eyes because I love her. The cat is yelling for a drink even though she just had a drink. What?
Well, I never. Some people are so rude.
Okay. Great spot to take. Hey, Phoenix! Greetings. Yeah. Sometimes deaths are funny. Often they give hints. Sometimes, like perhaps just right now, they're funny, but there's nothing really to learn. Okay, I gotta go get this cat satisfied. I bet she'll barely even drink at all. It's just a inner mind like, hey, I just had lunch. I should have a drink. Never ever let your cats drink from the tap. You'll never get them to chill on that ever again. All right, hang tight, gang. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Oh, I got to catch up. Phoenix says, my dog hates seeing his food water bowl empty, so he'll cry at it till you fill it, and then he walks away satisfied. That is a very cat-like behavior. And then PJ says, let us know if he ever starts purring. When he's satisfied, happy from us sitting close to him and petting him, he'll make a noise similar to purring. Kind of like when someone yeah, I've heard dogs make that noise, that kind of. So happy. Wow. You know what? Yep. Your dog does have a lot of cat overlap behavior there, because cats hate a closed door. Although also I've usually found the cats are never like open the door just for the sake of it. They're like, hey, that door's closed. Open it, and then I must go through it. Even if I was like, Aber will come in here to sit down, and then I shut the door because I think she's asleep. She notices I shut it, and she's like, hey, open that up so I can go in the hallway and then come back in and lay back down. Okay. Well, I can avoid that death by just clicking and not standing there until I'm killed. Yes, hello, little sprites. Can I offer you some ambrosia? Oh my. I don't think there's any object that Aber and Astra have ever considered too uncomfortable to lay on. Danielle gets right worried about like micromanaging their comfort. She'll be like, babe, she's laying down on one of your Switch controllers. You gotta go get it out from under her. It's gonna make her hurt. It's like, nah, babe. She wants the object. Okay. So we had a bonding moment, and the thing flew off in an up and to the right. Oh, hey. Speaking of up, perhaps there are alternate routes to explore. I probably should have thought of that. So I certainly have some excessive Joy-Con drift on some of my controllers. In fact, when I had to go buy 2 new ones last summer, because I was doing my best, just having fun with Tears of the Kingdom, even when just sometimes it's frustrating to have a little Joy-Con drift. But there's a point where there's a really advanced monster camp that had like a bunch of silver bokoblins in it and stuff, and I was just getting to the point where I had good enough weapons to be realistically fighting silver bokoblins. So I was taking them out via stealth, and I was doing a great job. They were right by that wall near the Dueling Peak stables, and I was like crawling around on the wall, taking them all out, and then I paused to wait for their suspicion to die down. And while I was waiting, the analog stick drifted enough that Link was like, I should just creep right off the edge of this wall and fall into the middle of the camp and get myself killed. Oh, well, alright. I will need to play a song. Abra's experienced snow once in her life. It was very recently, because she discovered the shared patio space last November. So like our little suite of townhouses that we live in that are not really townhouses. They don't exit to the street. They exit to a hallway. And so she likes to go down the hall because there's then a big shared patio, and she was for a while just going to the door and looking at it. But then one day when she was looking at it, she saw a mouse on the patio, and so without even thinking, she was like, "You gotta let me out." So I let her out, and then she was like, "There's a place out here, and I can go here. This is fun." So then it became a thing where we had to take 4 walks a day. We had to have one right away as soon as I came down in the morning, and one right before bed, and then the other 2 didn't have to be scheduled, but she would get 2 in the middle of the day. And then the first big snowfall, we went out there, and she looks and she's like, "What's all that stuff? What's this?" Oops. Okay. I'm going to need some kind of clue, I imagine. Do. Is it that? I might be able to figure that out by ear. Do. Valanice, please. Ah. This could really use a pop-up interface. No. No. Okay. Oh, of course. The Fates. Huh. I would never have guessed the secret to accessing fate itself, the fates themselves, was to play simple 4-note melody. But it worked.
Who are you?
We are the Fates, mortal.
I am Clotho. I spin the fates of women and men.
I am Lachesis. I measure the fates of women and men.
I am Atropos. I sever the fates of women and men.
What do you want of us, daughter of humanity?
That's true. You can't just do it on your ukulele. What I want from you is my daughter. I want to know about my daughter, right? Nope. I mean, yes, but... I've heard... I played a little bit of Myst contemporaneously. So I was like 10 years old. Me and my friend Laura had it on her computer, and we played a bit, but I don't remember ever successfully solving any puzzle in that game, and I certainly wouldn't have been able to solve play a melody by ear puzzle. Okay. Can I ask them just by clicking?
My daughter is
Okay.
imprisoned by militia, and I fear for her life. I must see Oberon and Titania immediately.
You cannot. The king and queen have gone on a journey. seeking their own
Yikes.
lost child.
That's intense.
Take your case to Mab, the Lady of Dreams.
Where is this Mab? How can I find her?
Queen Mab.
She lives beyond the waking world, on an island of dreams and nightmares. It cannot be reached in the waking reality.
Okay. Right. Counterintuitively, I have to click quit to save and not quit. Okay, so we got to meet old Queen Mab beyond the world of the waking. Is that what ambrosia does for mortals? No. Puts them to sleep? No. Ambrosia turns mortals into gods? To be fair, I've read a fair bit of, like, you know, original source mythology, like, you know, Ovid's Metamorphoses, stuff like that. The Odyssey. What I have not done is create that as my primary source for ambrosia. I'm thinking about Xeno Warrior Princess, where I first heard of the concept of ambrosia. Okay. So, okay, what are the things? What are the... Oh my goodness, Valanice. What are the classic things that put you to sleep in mythology? Styx water would be taking it a step too far. You don't want to be that asleep. Hemlock, yep. That's not even mythology. That's real. Oh, man. What a great troll that Socrates was. Socrates would have loved social media. He would have loved to be on Twitter just pissing people off. Socrates was put on trial for corrupting the youth of Athens. And after being found guilty, and they're like, so what's your, you know, you get to, the prosecutor or whoever makes their speech of, like, you know, this man needs to be given the old hemlock treatment. And they're like, Socrates, what do you propose as an appropriate punishment? Socrates would finally be like, you know what? All right, I admit it. I do know some stuff because I'm smarter than this guy. Oh, man.
What in heaven's name was that?
It was a ghost horse, Valanice. Okay. I don't think that my friendly interaction with that one dude, with that one person, had anything to do with it, with the one fairy. Caused it to whisper any advice to me. No. Devoured.
What a hideous beast.
So Socrates,
I could
yeah,
use some
Socrates
advice on
gets
how
up to get to
avoid
propose
that
an alternate punishment. And, you know, what I'm sure, you know, Plato and all them were saying to him beforehand was like, you know, say exile would get the job done. Socrates gets up and goes, well, I think that an appropriate punishment for me would be if the city of Athens would give me a stipend and pay my for my room and board for the rest of my life. Like, okay, we'll kill you then. Okay. What a weird feature.
What in heaven's name was that? I've never seen a creature so swift.
Here come the little fairies to sing me the same snatch of song. Okay. Think. So hold on. When I gave that thing the ambrosia, I'm going to do this one more time. Is it just really hammering home the hint for me by having the thing play the melody again and again? Yes. Okay. Thank you. That was fun. Okay. Did I miss anything else I could click on up here? For whatever reason, my brain is not supporting me in this. What is the way to the world of the dreams? I started thinking, is there a spinning wheel I could prick my finger on the needle of? No. You are now thinking about Sleeping Beauty, a fairy tale. I only just learned yesterday, speaking of fairy tales, of the story of Hans Christian Andersen's visit to Charles Dickens' household. Which, I mean, I got to read like a proper biography of Hans Christian Andersen now, literally just for the chapter on this visit. But the really, really brief, that's true. It's just they're really, really hammering me with, it's time to think about mythology now, dude. Okay. And I need advice about the scary dude. This ambrosia kind of looks like weird grapes. But yeah, that was the Xena ambrosia, right? Like it was like red jello. Maybe a little thicker in consistency than jello, but basically that idea. Okay. Anything I can click on the screen that I've missed? I gotta look fast before the black specter thing comes and knocks me off. Okay. You know what? Why don't I go back up to the cave? I haven't even just like... I could more thoroughly cursor scan the page, and I could see like... Can I just blow the hunting horn and scare away the mouth beast? Probably not, but... yeah. And I know I gotta leave the waking world. Which technically shouldn't be that hard. Human beings need to sleep. More ambrosia, which I don't need. And I don't think there's anything else to be clicking on here. Okay. Well. No. Can't summon the horse. Can't throw some ambrosia to the thing. Can't scare it with the horn. Can I wave a flag of surrender? It'll just let me go. Are they scared of pots? This wouldn't make any sense. Okay. For now, let's retreat back down to the surface and see if perhaps our character's new knowledge would allow Valanice to ask someone about how do you leave the waking world. They can say, Valanice, you know every night when you and King Graham get into your big canopied bed together? And I'm picturing Valanice as being a sleeping mask type lady. That you've left the waking world. You have this experience, I assure you. I think she just checks out all the flowers and says they're nice. But like, shouldn't at least one of these mythical flowers have a fragrance that puts you to sleep? Oops. I used to be so intimidated by trying to figure out how to play things by ear. Felt like, I don't know, felt like there was some arcane magic to it when I was learning to play the bass and the guitar. And it probably didn't help that my friend got better at it much faster than me, which then made me self-conscious. Wait. take this one. However, turns out to be not that hard. There's only 7 notes. And 5 sharps or flats. Not too much, really, to ask. Probably nothing in the faux shop.
Locked.
Hey, in fact,
Lady Valanice, this world is no longer safe for you. Go back to your own world if you can, for we are all doomed.
what? Don't be so pessimistic, man.
We're all gonna roast. We're all gonna roast.
Chicken Little here. Town hall closed for urgent volcano meeting. Go away. Well, it's nice of them that both through the advancing of the game plot, they're also saying, don't worry too much about trying to get the folks in Falderall to solve your problems. But what if
Hello,
Fernando,
Why aren't
not
you
Ferdinand,
at the Archduke's
can help us?
party?
Oh, I was there for a while, but
Nope.
there's such tiresome little events. I'd rather spend time with Treasure. She's much more charming than the Archduke, and she doesn't drool.
good stuff.
These things are so lovely.
Okay, and probably
Hello,
nothing.
Treasure. How are you?
She's just fine, my lady, thanks to you.
Okay. Well, we should ask our mythical friends in the forest if they have any advice, both about the Moth Beast and the exiting of the waking world. And then I suppose if that doesn't bear fruit, we could always check out Ooga-Booga land again. Because in some, there's a sense in which they're experts on not being in the waking world, or at least the world of the living, right? I'm blanking on his name right now. Our stone-faced forest deity. But he certainly knows a thing or two about not being in the waking world. Perhaps he can help. Probably not. Feldspar, thank you. Thank you, PJ. Hey, Feldspar, here, I'll just blow this horn in his face. He'll like that. No, okay. He's sleeping. Let him rest. Moose around while we wait for Valanice to get her act in gear. Get herself moving. All right. In theory, my best contact in this regard should be Lady Ceres here, but I don't know. I don't see the desert. I think the desert is a less of a priority to return to than Ooga-Booga Land. Well, she's standing in a different place. That's promising, actually, and I can click on her again.
Excuse me, but I... Go, sweet human. If we are to survive this crisis, we must all do our duties, and quickly. I must stay here and defend my forest. Do what you must do.
But about that... No. Okay. Thank you, I guess. Is the werewood problem just solved? Or can I only actually make this transition by going back to the sky and then finding the rainbow? Yeah, this doesn't seem promising at all.
Oh, my.
Yeah. We're just back in this same scene.
Now, just a moment,
Oh,
sir.
no, not the same scene.
Could I interest you in...
Some ambrosia? Nope.
What an unfriendly creature. I'll never be able to get past him unless I do something drastic.
Like ascend to the very heavens. Oh, wait.
Oh, my.
Problem solved. Do something drastic, like break the very fabric of space and time.
Howdy hi, sugar pie.
Hey there, Mama.
I didn't think I'd ever see your succulent self again. Most people never come out of that bad old Ooga-Booga land. Why don't you come on over here and tell me about it?
Oh.
We will not be seduced by the sleazy flowers. By the sleazy carnivorous plants.
Kaboom, kaboom, total doom. Fire in the sky. We're all gonna die. Totally necrotic. Here's your fried,
Morbid little Ooga-Booga kids.
Aren't you too worried at all?
Why should we worry, lady? We got no more lives to lose. Yeah, we're like totally dead.
All right, kids. You have fun. If it turns out that the Jackalope is an expert on accessing the land of the living or of avoiding giant mouth beasts, I feel pretty silly to have approached in this order of
My dear
exploration.
Lady Valanice, what brings you back to this neck of the boneyard?
Got any sleeping drugs?
Dr. Cadaver, I have a terrible problem.
Okay, good. She's
Come
seeking his
in,
advice.
Come in. How can I help you, Lady Valanice?
Well, do you have anything in your box of spare parts that could help me?
It's a long story, Doctor, but what it comes down to is that I must travel to Dreamland to see Lady Mab, but I can't find a safe place to sleep.
Oh,
Is that all? Don't worry, my lady. Just climb into my coffin here.
PJ,
It's lined
always
with pure
exactly one
dream
step
silk.
ahead of the game.
You'll be asleep in no time.
Well, great. Awesome. But Valanice, could you maybe
I
toss off... Also,
suppose
there's this
I
mouth
could
beast?
Try to sleep here.
Do I got anything for a mouth beast?
Please do. I'll make sure you're not disturbed.
Thank you.
Here you are, my dear. Sweet dreams.
All right. We have made it to the world of dreams. Whoa. That would actually make a lot of sense. Just enough embalming fluid to knock you unconscious, but not enough to poison you. Trippy.
My lady, are you all right?
I went to Dreamland, and Mab, she was frozen. She was a solid block of ice.
Oh dear. Mab was never known for her warm personality, but that doesn't sound right at all.
It looks like things are worse than we knew. I must go. Thank you, Dr. Cadaver. You've been very kind.
Okay. Anything in your box of spare parts I could take
Wish
with
you
me?
the best of luck, Lady Valanice. Farewell.
The doctor is once again out. And then down here is... Might as well go everywhere else. See if any of our Ooga-Booga land friends are into foiling the mouth beast. I don't know. The boogeyman is home, so I'll just get out of here. Beat a hasty retreat. Was this a separate screen in here? No, it just opened up and... Oh wait, yes it was. Right. I remember this crypt now. Yeah, that makes sense with the spare parts being that specific morbid gag. This is a more well-calibrated twist on the comic relief morbid doctor character. Okay, we got something new going on here.
Hello! Hello, good sir!
Hello
feeling
there,
the music.
lady. You have to excuse me. I'm real busy. When the volcano blows up, we're going to need a lot of graves, you know.
Nah, that's fair.
You'd better go hide, lady. The volcano's going to be real hard on your breathing types.
Nah, that's true. It's a fair point. Boom, ba-dum. Oh my goodness, I started this thought a while ago and I didn't finish it, which is that the first thing I ever did on this channel was Ultima 5 Warriors of Destiny, but it was over a year after that before I actually got my... Should I take Back to the Sky? Should I actually, you know what? Probably it just results in Militia defeating me, but let's see if there's anything new inspecting Militia's home. Okay, Queen Mab is frozen. There's a dog. Does that mean we'll get different results crawling through into... I don't remember a dog barking before. No, okay. Hey, Militia, how's it going?
I just knew I had vermin under the floor.
She's not very hospitable.
Okay. No good there. I really don't think I can go in the front door, so... Oh. Thank you, Cedric. That'll prevent me. I was setting thoughts of the dog aside for the moment, but there was a real risk that I was going to wind up expending too much time trying to think of how I could get in touch with that dog or what the dog might mean. Yeah, I finally, because I didn't start the YouTube channel, I didn't get set up until like quite some like a year after I. Okay, that one was not helpful. And so I've kept current on the things I'm currently doing, getting them onto the YouTube channel. But it's been a long, slow pick through the back catalog. But today, I powered through and got all of the video descriptions written for all of the remaining. I solved that particular challenge through the age-old King's Quest strategy of hope that next time you go onto the screen, it just works. Yeah, all of the Ultima 5 videos are now scheduled to publish. So the only back catalog things I have left are 4. I either spent 2 or 4 weeks playing Sid Meier's Pirates. So there's 2 to 4 videos of that. And once I put those up, it's just all there. And I never have to think about it again. Which feels good. Okay. Both. Well, hold on. Not the newer, like the 2004 one, but I did do both original Pirates in EGA and then Pirates Gold. So the 2 runs I did were in the 2 different versions. I didn't do great at either, but I had a fair little bit of fun. I should revisit Pirates sometime, whether on this stream or just in life, because it's fun.
The shop is closed. You'd better go. The volcano is about to blow.
All right. Closing off NPC possibilities. I've heard good things about the 2004 version, with the exception of Jackalopes consumed by existential despair. I've heard that they added one new like sort of mini game system for ballroom dancing that is like a little rhythm game that I have never heard anything good about. Although at the same time, it's quite possible I was just reading, reviews by nerds who were like dancing, shouldn't be dancing in a serious game. So it does suck. Confirmed. Yeah, I buy that. I should check that one out. I should play more Pirates. Again, not sure if I should do that on the stream, or if I should just do it. New dialogue? Like, hey, series, any thoughts on the...
Lady Ceres, may I ask a question of you?
Anything.
I have seen Mab, Lady of Dreams, and she has been placed under a terrible curse. She's been frozen like a block of ice. Lady of Spring, what can be done for her?
Frozen, you say?
You're frozen when your heart's not open.
I do recall a legend, yes. You must fill a shaft of crystal with purest sunlight. With that you can thaw her. But I must warn you, you cannot take any physical objects into the land of dreams while you are asleep, my lady.
Hey, Stupinski.
You will have to travel there awake.
I've got to travel to the land of dreams while awake. PJ, I think that you're making a Madonna music video reference, and I can't remember that video well enough. I can't remember anything except that one line from that song. Although I will say that I think late 90s Kabbalah Madonna. Oh, yes. Stupinski, it went great. Not only because it happened, as hoped for, and Michaela made her debut, which was awesome, and it was great. Always, I'm very fond of Michaela, so it's always a pleasure to hang out with Michaela. But also, she, she is not a gamer in any way, and her prior knowledge of Frosthaven was like watching maybe 10 minutes of a Friday Night Frosthaven last year. And also Rich said to me, Michaela knows everything to do up until you say put 'em up team boom, which means that he taught her how to choose her cards and nothing else. And she did great. She actually made some very impactful moves. She might have dealt the most damage of any of us in the first room. So we had a great time. Is there more?
Lady Ceres, how am I to travel to the realm of dreams while awake?
I'm glad I clicked on this.
What must I do?
I do not know, child of humans.
All right.
Perhaps you should speak with the three fates. There's very little they do not know.
All right. Hey, speaking of Ultima 5, we have a quest structure right now, which is different NPCs saying, hey, this other NPC might be able to tell you more about this thing. Yeah, so it went very well. And it felt great to have done 50 episodes of the thing. That too. Avoid the dragons until such time as you are both strong and equipped with the crown of Lord British. I am probably not going to nail it on the first try. That 4-note melody that I must now play again on the harp. But we'll see. Bum, 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 bum. I know one of the first things I ever learned to play by ear is the organ line in, I think it's just called Untitled, the last song on Disintegration by The Cure. Wait. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Indeed, that's true, Stupitsky. Wait. The hardest part of this puzzle isn't figuring out the song. It's clicking properly. No. No. Wait, can I just go back because I've solved it once? Nope. Okay. No. No, it's the other one. I would have sworn that was also what I tried the very first time here, but okay, whatever. Hey, Fates.
I have seen Ceres, and she has told me that I must enter the land of dreams while awake. How can I do this, great ladies?
You must cheat the fabric of reality. You must ride on the wings of a dream.
There is only one who can do such a thing.
Our nephew, the weaver of dreams.
You will need this. It sometimes pleases our nephew to surround himself with the darkest terrors of night. Farewell, Valanice.
Got a dream catcher. Is the dream catcher somehow going to help me get past the mouth beast in that cave? Which certainly could be seen Do. Thank you, little fairies, but I don't need this clue anymore. This particular walk is the hardest one for Valanice to do. Bonking on the head or like hold the dream catcher up and the whole thing, like when it comes to bite me, like goes through it and vanishes. Who knows? But it definitely seems like if I'm being directed to the darkest terrors of night and there's a dark cave with an amorphous black monster. Yeah, Cedric, I was thinking it's like, she interacts with the fates and then like being around ancient beings who still look fairly youthful. She's like, oh man, I'm feeling my age. I'm a little bit more aware that I'm 54 years old. I should look at the dream catcher. Nice. All right. Is this the answer? Looks like it. Oh, yeah? I had to click again. Jeez, okay.
The fates were serious when they told me I would need that strange device.
Yes. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm applying like modern conceptions. Like, okay, yeah, if Rosella's like 17, 18 years old. Yes. It just goes into the thing and it's gone. And now the dream catcher looks cool. Neat. Yeah, so like, yeah, Valanice is probably supposed to be like in her 40s. I guess we don't know enough about how long Valanice was imprisoned in that tower.
Excuse me. Hello?
What do you want?
I need your help.
I help no one. I am the weaver of dreams, and that is all. Go away.
Well, we have a range of possibilities here, PJ, for sure. Because we really don't have enough data. I think we can confidently say that, like, just based on the simple math of Valanice was an adult
Before
when
I
Graham
weave you a
rescued
nightmare
her.
that will turn your hair white.
And Rosella is just about an adult now. Wait, do I have to show him this thing?
Your aunts, the fates, gave me this object to get past your nightmare. My business with you is most urgent.
You captured my nightmare in that little thing. How amusing. How irritating.
I like this guy.
I suppose I should have had a second creature on hand, but I seldom weave more than one at a time. Nightmares are solitary creatures, you know.
Your aunts probably would have just given me a
They
second
will destroy
dreamcatcher.
each other on sight.
Dreamweaver, listen to me. Oberon and Titania are missing, and Mab has been horribly cursed. I must reach her Isle of Dreams while awake and cure her, or all will be lost.
My precious sister is missing? You must go to Mab immediately. Wait, I will give you something.
Yeah, so Rosella is probably like 18, 19. And
When
so...
you ride this magical tapestry, you can travel through dreams in the flesh. But be warned.
I think Valanice
You will
is
be
in her
vulnerable.
40s somewhere.
Hurry, mortal. Hurry.
This might have actually been a moment where I should have been paying more attention to... Is it just a magic carpet? Great. No. Nightmares destroy each other on sight. No chance we'll need this dream catcher again here in the land of dreams. So just throw that away. All right. We got some Dolly imagery. Hail British. It's been going really well so far. Oh, they're twins. Okay. All right. Well, in that case, yeah. Valanice is in like her early to mid 40s. And then it's just her, you know. She went gray a little early and she's not the type to try dyeing it or anything. And she's got like a matronly hairstyle because she's queen. So you can look at her and think that she's like a really well preserved 50 something, but yeah. Okay. Okay. Little lullaby melody subtly in the background there. Okay, going to the right, fall into the ocean, start to swim. Reach the island where previously I was able to meet Queen Mab, which suggests to me that probably this was not the first place I was supposed to go here. Can I leave somehow? Can I just go back to the start of this area? No. Uh-oh. This is not a game that is going to stick me in a dead end. So... what could this all mean? What could the next step be? Doesn't feel like I should be able to... Ah! I can just go back to the start of this area. Oh. Well, that's less helpful. Oh, because I needed to click closer to Valanice's ankles, knees area. It takes me out of that place. And now we'll go back in, I hope. No. Okay. So this suggests to me that there wasn't any distinction to be made by going down in that first area. And then thinking back to Ceres' clue about needing to bring physical objects to the dreamland, I need to figure out the crystal shaft of light thing prior to going to the land of dreams. And we're so close. So, when I think about where I might get crystal and who I know who might be able to give me crystal and who will still talk to me, I want to see if Fernando is able to help me here. Someday, I've really got to return to my on hiatus ogre battle playthrough. That has kind of slipped my mind, but I was maybe like 40% of the way through the quest, I think. Especially now that I'm all tempted by this Unicorn Overlord game. It's a really good question, Stimpinski. I don't know if I can remember right off the top of my head.
Don't you ever get tired of living in a town full of completely
What I can
silly
do.
people?
They're not so bad, I suppose. They don't appreciate the fine objects
Well.
in my store, but then again, I never sell anything to them.
Where is my ogre battle playlist? I'm just looking at my YouTube page. Ho ho! That's great news, Cedric. Because I hear it's basically it's sold a lot better than they were expecting it to. Well, then that's good, Stupinski, because then even if I don't get back to it. Let's see. I did. I guess I only did 10 sessions. And I completed scene 12. I think I remember you saying that exact thing, Cedric, on our mutual forum of discussion. Okay. Alternately, is there a thing that Valanice will look at and say like, hey, you'd be willing to part with that crystal?
Hello, treasure. How are you?
Nope.
She's
Okay.
just fine, my lady. Thanks.
This, the thing in the glass bowl, I really just want him to give me. But I guess, okay. Light through a shaft of pure crystal. I don't remember seeing anything that looked like pure crystal on the screen. Well, except unless the ice counts as a thing of pure crystal. Which I suppose it plausibly could. But hold on. Let me verify.
It's locked.
Which is great. I have no objections to the game foreclosing options for me here. Can't even try the faux shop door anymore. Okay. You know what? Since I have the ability to teleport, let me go back there. And just see. I didn't even like really try to do anything except click on the ice Mab is imprisoned in. I don't see how any of my items could help me here, but okay. So when in doubt, just exploit the shininess of the game. The shininess of the cursor. The fact that the cursor will tell you when you have found opportunities for interactions. Okay. So. Hop back on. Teleport out. Right, of course. Until I've actually left the Temple of Mab, or whatever you want to call that. I can't teleport back, but when I do teleport back to Etheria, they very kindly place me on the Rainbow Bridge screen. So, I think this is the one that will take me back right near Feldspar, who I assume is still just sleeping and won't help, but it'd be foolish not to check. I doubt Ceres has any new information, but again, it would be foolish not to check. And I also doubt that the shop has opened up again in the desert to sell me some crystal. But it would be foolish not to check. So we got some things to check out. This chapter really does... It's really where the game kind of goes like, alright, now, remember all... Oh, Ceres is gone. That seems significant. But is it? This is where the game really says, like, okay, now, take everything you've learned about this game's world and its people. And you've got access to the whole thing. We're not going to gate you into a smaller segment. And then you figure it out. What does touching the water do? She won't just jump in and drown herself. Right? Okay. Weird.
What could I have been thinking? I'm not a fish.
I don't know what you were thinking, Valanice. I genuinely don't have a clue. Okay. Shine a light through a shaft of pure crystal. But the crystal part could be the ice that Mab is encased in. In which case the question is just, how do I shine a light through it? Or it could be that I need a shaft of pure crystal somehow. Where could that come from? I don't know. It's time to... No. It's finally time to crawl up into the beast's cave. No, and why would you think that it was? Once again, maybe Dr. Cadaver, Mort Cadaver, is once again open for business. I'll be like, oh, you need a shaft of light. A crystal shaft. Actually, come to think of it. Listen, buddy, we all got problems. With the pending end of the world and all.
The shop is closed. You'd better go. The volcano is about to blow.
Okay. Well. No, I was about to... It's a much more circuitous route to do... Valanice needs to be at the edge of a screen for the whole animation to work, apparently. But obviously a much more direct route to Etheria is the direct route to Etheria and not the route into the Land of Dreams and then come back through Etheria. Pop over to Ooga-Booga Land. Was this the Ooga-Booga? Of course it wasn't. At least this is a single screen for Valanice to walk to the edge of. So is it this one that dropped me right around where the carnivorous plants are? I think so. The worst thing that can happen is that I just have to come back and do this one. Because again, this is the one I like. Because it takes me to the forest. There we go. Perfect. I don't think the answer is going to be like stealing something from Alicia's home. But if I get desperate, I'll check that possibility out too. I was hoping the kids would be playing with their new flashlight and crystal shaft. Well, it says he's out. And he indeed is out. Okay. Well, it's only polite to shut the screaming gate for him. I've got a few contemporary games on my radar right now because Unicorn Overlord sounds cool. The fact that it got the I'm blanking on the on his name, but the creator of Ogre Battle and Tactics Ogre and Final Fantasy Tactics gave the seal of approval to Unicorn Overlord, and then you combine that with it being made by Vanillaware, who make games that are astonishingly beautiful to look at. That's all pretty appealing. Pardon me. So yeah, Unicorn Overlord sounds good. It's not as contemporary, but I have been kind of wrestling with the fact that I bought a PS5 last year and have not played anything except Elden Ring on it. And like Elden Ring is great, but that is like, you know, between the controllers and the console and the game stuff, like, feels like he's in a different position now, but he's not even clickable to tell me, hey, lady, get out of here. Okay. Well, again, I do not think that the answer is going to be searching Alicia's home, but I might as well check. It's definitely, it's not for everybody. For whatever reason, those games just, they scratch the itch for me in a way that can be very, very bad, because I didn't get into the series until after Dark Souls 2 came out. So at the outset of my experience with Dark Souls, I played Dark Souls first. There was too much available to me. Maybe not as much as you, British, but quite a bit. I am definitely enjoying... Dogs barking. Alicia's home. We won't waste our time here. Of course, the Weirwood is a place of death. Please use this side of the screen, Valanice. Nope. Well, this isn't going to work out great for you. Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. Have the horse kick him in the teeth. No.
What an
Yeah, that guy sucks. Okay. Yeah, that first session of 1-1 World was great. And also, there was one stage, the only stage, the first time I had a branch, I checked out one branch, one of the two options, tried it a couple times, and I was like, this feel like, it seemed to be one of those levels that is just, you know, You must execute the exact prescribed button sequence in order to survive this level. And if you don't, you cannot survive this level. And that's not like... That's not really what I go to Mario for. So I was like, I like to do a hard level. I spent like 45 minutes doing 100 something tries at the first hard level in 1-1 World, and had no objections to that time spent. Okay, where could I be going? I don't have any ideas. Let me check the rest of Etheria. Also, this... Oh, wait. I was about to say, this chapter didn't really involve any kind of nightmare in Etheria. Like, things are relatively calm in Etheria compared... No, there's literally a nightmare in Etheria. It's a very apt and not in the slightest bit figurative or metaphorical chapter title. But when I was prepping the video of my first foray into 1-1 World for YouTube, what I realized was that I gave up on that level too soon, because right at the end... Oh, here we go. The slow walk. I'll definitely have time to finish my thought here. Right at the end of this, right before I gave up, when I was watching the video, I realized there was very clearly a spot where you could stop, you could pause, take a break, collect your thoughts, and then proceed forward, and it wouldn't be impossible to make the next jump. So it's not what I thought it was. It's not a nail every single move perfectly. I mean, you will have to nail every single move perfectly, but not in an unconstrained, 20-second sequence, which, I can train myself up to do something like that, but it isn't really what I'm looking to do when I play Mario. I don't think I missed anything up here, but I also didn't actually walk out of the Dreamweaver's cave, so maybe something had changed on that screen. And also, I'm not sure it's great content to watch me just slowly develop the muscle memory for an exact series of moves. So, but I was wrong. So I'll have to check that level out again. And I'll take 10 minutes, maybe fewer than 10 minutes, before I start the stream tomorrow to go back and look at my prior attempts at the maze level, because I found all these, I know the solution to the maze level, which is venture far enough into the maze that you find the on-off switch, venture back to the start of the maze to get the Mario 2 mushroom, and then venture to the end of the maze, and in that last screen, when you're standing on the cloud, which I did for a moment while in Mario 2 Mario form, you just need to do Mario's dig move, which I thought I was like, why doesn't Mario have access to the pull move? What is the point of having a Super Mario Bros. 2 mushroom if we can't even use Mario's iconic move? And the answer to that is that they just, for some reason, made it, you don't just press the action button to do the pick things up move. You have to hold down. And if you do that, he treats the clouds like sand in Mario Bros. 2. And they cease to exist. So that's the solution. But by the time I figured it all out, I couldn't find my way back to the cloud before time ran out, before I had to get going. So I'm excited to tackle both of those, and then I'm excited to find out what wonders lie beyond. So I'm pretty hyped. It's been a fun change of pace. I had a great time with Ultima Underworld 2. But it's always nice to have a change of pace. Okay. Light through a shaft of crystal. Is there something in the desert that I've overlooked? I don't think we've revisited the desert for a solution yet. Of course, if I want that to be my approach, I need to do this properly. I need to click on the correct one. And it's this one, right? If I can do this whole chapter without hints, that'll feel great. So I'm gonna try to hold out here and resist being nudged. But it does seem like this is, if I do break down and ask for a nudge, there's really good potential for a subtle nudge, because you could even just tell me, like, you know, start your search from the top right rainbow. And that alone might focus the mind enough. But okay. Shining or alternately say, stop thinking about the rainbows, man. Everything you need to do is right there in Dreamland. But so far, I'm holding out hope this is going to come to me. I'm feeling less hopeful that today is the day that I beat this game. But that's okay, because delaying beating this game just means delaying, you know, Mask of Eternity. Am I forgetting some kind of shaft of crystal that was here? Probably not. Wait. I mean, this is a shaft of light, but it's not like a thing I can take. But she puts her hands up in the exact same way. But why does that matter? Does it? Is there any significance to that? Probably not. Curiouser and curiouser. Oh yeah, but also the day before my birthday next week, Princess Peach Showtime is going to come out. And I'm interested in that. That's, you know, I don't expect it to be a particularly meaty game. You know, I don't think it's going to be like Super Mario Odyssey, but starring Peach. But I bet it'll be something. I bet it'll be interesting. Can I get some... Okay. A thought just popped into my head that I don't think makes any sense. And yet, well, like, why wouldn't I check it out? So hold on. I won't tell you what I think I might be cooking. Particularly because I'm probably not cooking anything. But also just to maintain some suspense. Yeah, man, I know. It's troubling to think that you and all of your loved ones are going to die in a horrible fiery death. What are you doing about it? That's what I'd like to know. No. I thought, like, is there some way that I can bring the shaft of light with me? By entering Dreamland right from here. But it seems like no. Okay. Can I get dream water in my clay pot? Definitely seems like I'm going to need the clay pot again, because the game is not shy about just being like, all right, you don't need this anymore, even if it seems like the kind of thing that you would want to hold on to in a Sierra adventure. You know, try to get another use out of... Yeah, it could be that. I've wasted my life. I could have been somebody. I could have done something. I could have been a contender. On the Waterfront's a good movie. But for all that, On the Waterfront's a pretty good movie. The Orson Welles gets asked a question about Elia Kazan at a press conference and just goes off on how he's an informer. So he's a piece of shit. I hate him. And then, like, he made a movie to celebrate the informer. Ah, what a bad guy. Classic Orson Welles. I remember there was a Twitter thread by a film enthusiast that was like, he was trying to do ABCs of directors with Orson Welles, like, ripping them to shreds. I remember it having some pretty good bon mots in it. Okay. Tick tock, tick tock. And I'm also excited. Oh yeah, the reason I brought up Elden Ring in the first place is because, well, it's not that new of a game, especially when you consider that it's what I'm talking about is a remake, but even the remake is not new. I did, because Danielle wants a list of possible games she could get me for my birthday so that she can surprise me while still being confident I'll like it. So I did tell her that I would like to have... Should I talk to the Fates? Just keep on bothering the Fates. Come on, Fates. I don't think it's the Fates. And yet, just try everything. Is there a place I haven't gone back to, hoping to find a crystal shaft? Ha. Wait. Ah. Oh man, shouldn't be so hard. Do you have to do it twice in a row? Or is it that you have to do it with some semblance of rhythm and I didn't hit the timing the first time? I don't know. Okay. Any other hints? No. Emphatically no. That's fair. They've already done plenty for me. Well, it's in fairness to the Fates, PJ. It's not that they said no hints for you. It's more that they said, we've actually given you some pretty explicit hints already. I'll just think about them while I slowly walk. So I did ask Danielle, one of the games on my list was the Demon's Souls remake, which will be interesting to play if she gets it for me. I don't know if like a Souls-like is at all what I need in my life. No additional hints. Okay. So wait a minute. There's a desert one. There's a forest outside of Melicia's house one. There's the other forest one. What's the remaining one? Is this the remaining one even? Oh, of course. Just straight back to town. Hey, squeaky girl. What's up? Yeah, there's no pending meals. No, sweetie. No pending meals, Abra. Oh, I love you too. We'll hang out together soon. Once I'm done hanging out with my around the world friends and my fictional friends. PJ says hi, Abra. It's a shame that there's no way to allow you folks, if you want to say hi, Abra, to get your voice to come out, because Abra loves it when a stranger reveals that they know her name. When someone she's just met is like, "Hi, Abra." She's like, "I am Abra," and then she's just like really into that person right away. Okay, what if Ferdinand will give me some crystal in Fernando, or was it Alejandro? Come on, you want some ambrosia, buddy, in exchange for some fine crystal? No. Want me to scare your bird with a horn? If Valanice had a red petticoat, this would be a great opportunity to put her son Alexander's Minotaur fighting techniques into play to see if Fernando will smash the place up and reveal some crystal shaft. Okay. What haven't I done? What could it be? What could I do? Tried nothing. I'm all out of ideas. Excited for the new Elden Ring DLC this summer, particularly because I've heard them said that it'll add 30 to 40 hours of content to the game. And after the previous 2 summers, where first Elden Ring proper came out, and then the following summer Tears of the Kingdom, I think a 40-hour big non-stream game of the summer for me is just the thing for me to. I gotta get back in shape, and being less tempted to not go outside could be just the thing in that regard. Can I fill this with water anywhere? Don't exactly see why filling it with water, pardon me, would open the possibility of shining concentrated light through a great crystal shaft. Hey, Pattern Blue, welcome. You've showed up at a part where I'm a bit stymied, but up until now, progress has been great. Cleared a healthy chunk of Chapter 5. And now I need to get Queen Mab unfrozen. The salt is back. Is it? Can I click it, though? No. Well, I'm just kind of in a... so I know that I need to concentrate light through a great crystal shaft somehow to unfreeze Queen Mab. What I don't know is what the hell that means and how I might do it. So I'm kind of just banging my head against the wall. Just looking everywhere to see if... Was there somewhere where there was like a flashlight and a crystal shaft that I just forgot about? Yeah, and I've looked at the light in the temple and tried to figure out what the hell I could possibly do with it. And perhaps I should try more. But then I've also had thought of just like, fed some water with me. Could that help somehow? Can I... That's true. Right. It's King's Quest. I should... Okay. If throwing water into this shaft of light doesn't somehow solve all my problems, I should go back to Melicia's house and see if I can, get her to randomly not be present so that I can enter her home. Yeah, okay. So obviously I need to find a crystal and then that gesture starts to make sense. She's holding nothing up, but what if she was holding something? Well, then the light would shine into it. So is there just a big crystal I gotta find somewhere? Maybe that's the answer? There's only one way to find it. Okay, thank goodness. I was like, please, Valanice, go to the right side of this particular screen. It's not implausible that that could be the answer. I think this is the one. Yes. Excellent. Okay, but can this possibly work it? Well, it's worth a shot. Ta-da! All right, great. When her annoying, yappy little dog isn't there, she's not there. Or so they say.
It's our big night, my widow Cuddles. We're gonna blow that rotten old Etheria right out of the sky. And we just might take the rest of the world with it, won't we, kissy boy?
So her and her dog are home, but... Alright, can we sneak in? Of course, she discovers me forthwith. But is this a scene instead of just an instant death?
You humans don't have the best survival instincts, do you?
I hate to hide like a mouse, but I guess sometimes that's the only thing you can do.
Okay.
It's our big night, my widow
Can I
Cuddles.
crawl directly under the bed?
We're gonna blow that rotten old Etheria right out of the sky. And we just might take the rest of the world with it, won't we, kissy boy?
So I just go down like this? Aha, okay. Now here's the dog. Want some ambrosia, dude?
It's too bad there won't be anyone left to admire my beauty, Cuddles. What do you have in your mouth? Let me see.
It's just the food of the gods, don't worry.
No matter, you naughty boy. Let's go watch the fireworks.
Okay. Let's give this a try. When you already know that the thing is so squeaky, and like, you know that you're sneaking into the house of an evil witch who is home, like, can't we like be a little more careful raising it up, and like, can we actually like lower it back down instead of letting it crash on the ground? All right. My first instinct after I started to scan the room was, wait a minute, PJ has accidentally predicted it, hasn't she? The underwear wait, one of the drawers does have a clicky option. Hey, a shaft of pure crystal.
Tacky, tacky, tacky.
No, Just class. Oh wait, can I steal this lamp? I can steal a crystal from the lamp. Ho 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 ho! All right, let's blow this popsicle stand. If they ever made a remake of this game, you know it would be a nice touch to really convey the lack of taste. Ah, man. Now that I set the joke up with that exact phrasing, I feel like it's an asshole thing to say. I was going to say like a live, laugh, love, like some of that kind of decor. But I shouldn't have led with lack of taste. I should have just said, like, Alicia should have a... Anyway, okay. Oh, wait. Yes, no, I do. Now I want to go to my shaft of light. Put it all together. And the desert is this one? I think so. Boom, boom, boom. That absolutely. Yeah. That's unambiguous. Okay. No. Poorly done, Valanice. Summon the horse. Is this the Return to the Desert one? I think so. Fernando's like, I'm sorry, I am the owner-operator. I'm not sure what this manager you want is supposed to be. Yeah, that actually is a that's a pretty consistent seeming thing now that I think about it in King's Quest. You never really get the sense that the people running the shops are employees. Even management level employees. Oh ho ho ho. Okay. Crystal shaft with sunlight. Chekhov's beam of light. Because I can't remember what point in the game that I previously came back here and just kept clicking on the light and being like, come on. But I know that I did that at least once. It's an extremely bright crystal, but we'll see what it's like after we apply it to Mab. She might take all the light and leave us with a dark crystal. Yep, same animation, but holding something. Boom. Hey, Mab.
What? Well, who are you?
I am Valanice of Daventry, my lady Mab. I urgently need your help. Militia has ignited the volcano and Oberon and Titania cannot be found.
Militia! That vicious creature enchanted me so that she could destroy us all. Well, she won't succeed. You must send the winds to find the king and queen.
I? How am I to do that?
You must harness the wind, Sirocco, and ride him to the top of the mountain of winds. King Levantar will surely help you. I must go, brave Valanice. I must try to hold back the volcano's explosion. Thank you for freeing me from my prison of ice. If we all survive this, I will send you only sweet dreams for the rest of your life.
Sweet. So now do I just wait and try to click on the ghost horse when it appears? Well, now it's not a ghost horse. It's a Zephyr horse. Oh, I hear it. Find a Pegasus and throw this snake at it to make a bridle. And the game helpfully clarifies. Don't worry, this is a magic bridle. Damn you. Was that what I was supposed to be doing? Wait, the thing comes much closer to me on the next screen up. Valanice's children and husband would all just really have a tough time with this particular part of the game. Hopefully I don't have to first find a carrot made out of wind to tempt the wind horse over to me. But the waiting is the hardest part. Okay. Hold on.
What in heaven's name was that? I've never seen a creature so swift.
As swift as the very winds themselves. I shouldn't stand in the getting knocked over point. Got it. Oh. Oh, great.
Well, I never.
Ridiculous. Okay. So is there a timing, aiming aspect to this horse thing? Or is it just that I'm supposed to be standing in the right spot when it happens? Or that I have, well, yeah. I don't know. Especially doesn't help that I will almost inevitably have let my guard down by the time the horse appears every time. So her instinct is to throw it this way. Maybe I should stand over here. I've been dabbling in a little net hack recently, and okay, sure, fine, whatever.
Well,
All right, let's try the other screen again. And patience is also a problem for me there. Not in the same way of letting my guard down, but that the whole idea of NetHack is that, like every roguelike, things only happen when you take an action. So you are never under any kind of time pressure, and in fact, you should often stare at the screen and look back at your inventory and use the commands to let you identify the monsters that are around you and take stock of your situation and make decisions very carefully. And that's not really how it ever seems to work out for the way that I play it. So I'm dying a lot without getting very far. So what you're saying is no? Okay. On this screen, it will at least let me do the clicking. So I should try it from different spots. No! Okay. Yeah, alright.
I know
The Dreamweaver has made a new one. Damn it!
What in heaven's name was...
I don't know, Valanice. It was something crazy. Maybe I do need to stand right here and just get the click done before he knocks me over. No.
What in heaven...
Let's stand here again, I guess, and see if... Or right here, sure. Why not? Yeah, Valanice. Take it out now and just toss it off the edge there. That's the ticket. What's this? Oh, is it a hiding spot from which her throwing it in that exact angle will actually hit the thing? It at least seemed to work as a hiding spot from the other guy. Ah, there, yeah. Hide, and the thing will actually relax. And then you can bridle it. Whoa! The fastest animation in the whole game.
Rascal, you big bully! What have I told you about eating people? What have I told you?
Oh, Ma, I was just playing.
Don't lie to me, young man!
What's going on here? Speak.
Who are you?
I am Levanter, King of the Wind.
Yeah, completely bizarre. And they knew it because
I am Valanice of
the thing just
Devonshire.
remains in her
Your
inventory.
Majesty, we must summon Oberon in Titania. The Lady Militia plans to detonate the volcano, and all of Eldritch will be destroyed.
Winds, come to me. Come to me now. Fly, my people. Fly and find the Lord and Lady
summoning
of
his
Etheria.
people is just the one horse and then one other wind person. Well, don't think we're beating the game today, which is okay.
Militia has ignited the volcano? Are you sure of this?
See
Look
for
over
yourself,
your
my
shoulder,
Lord
man.
Oberon.
Yeah.
Sweet
Yeah.
Mother Nature.
We thank you, mortal. You are valiant and brave. Come, my husband. We must try to undo what
Animation
has been
budget
done.
ran out. They couldn't
I
get
only
3
pray
frames,
that we
like 2
can.
frames of Oberon turning his head.
Wait! My daughter! What about my daughter?
Well, if you wanted feedback on the daughter situation, Valanice, you probably shouldn't have led with the world-ending crisis that demands the attention of the gods. Chapter 6. Ready, set, boom!
Rosella, change the imposter back into his rightful form. It's our only chance.
Rosella, get him!
No, no, get him!
Okay, so this is a wand, right? Yep. I need to know which one's the imposter somehow.
Rosella, no, don't, no, stop, don't! Oh, in the name of Grigor Samson, no! Oh, no, don't do it! Oh, no, no, no!
Oops.
Okay.
Rosella, change the imposter back into his rightful form. It's our only chance.
Rosella, get him!
No, no, get him!
Rats.
Okay.
Rats.
I don't understand. Okay. And we're out of time.
Nice try.
Drat it. I just should have been more decisive.
Rosella, change.
Rosella, get him!
No,
I think it's the one who gets thrown back against the pillar. But she can't do it for some reason.
Rosella, no, don't, no.
Yeah, the imposter is the one thrown against the pillar. So how do I do it to him?
Rosella!
No!
Rats.
Am I clicking on something other than him? Full disclosure, Stimpinski, I don't know. The only reason I don't know what the gameplay cue is for knowing the imposter.
Nice
The only reason I
try,
think I know who the
sweetie.
imposter is because I've failed twice by doing the other
Drat
guy.
it.
And yet
Rosella!
No!
the one that seems like it's the imposter, she can't zap him.
Rats.
Or am I supposed to do a second thing? Ah, yes, eye color.
Rosella, no, don't, no, stop!
The
Don't.
red eye
Oh, in
one
the
is
name
the
of
bad
Grigor
one.
Samson, no! Oh, no, don't do it! Oh,
Or is it?
no, no!
Oops.
So the green-eyed one is the imposter? Are they switching
No!
which one of them is getting gut at any given time? Which one of them gets thrown? I guess I'll be able to tell in a moment. Yep. Nope.
Rats. Rats.
Alright, just come kill us, Militia.
sweetie.
Drat
Okay.
it.
Rosella! Rosella! No!
It's got to be the red eye one that's the bad guy. I guess it doesn't have to be, but it seems logical. But then what? Yeah, there's no time to take action before Militia arrives. So it has to be that I'm getting the wrong one.
Rosella! No!
I think.
Rats. Rats.
I don't understand at all. Wait, was there another opportunity there to use the thing while they were tussling?
Rats.
Nice try, sweetie.
Rosella! Change the Rosella! No!
Does not feel like it should be this hard.
Rats.
I do not understand why. What is happening? Why is it not working? Why is she saying rats?
Rats.
Do I have to beat him unconscious with a shovel first?
Rats.
Okay. Well, it's weird because the wand works just fine when I use it on the wrong guy and fail, right?
Rosella! No! Don't!
Then it's just like a zap. Okay. Militia comes. We are killed. There's no, like, we can't stomp on the cockroach or something.
Oops.
Rosella! Rosella! No!
What is this again? Extra life. Well, that's certainly not helping me yet. Hit him with a shovel, Rosella. No. What are my other items? Is there any reason I would expect any of them to help? Pull a stocking over his head. Nope. Let's just... If we can't turn him back, can we at least murder him with a hammer and chisel? What is this? A lantern, of course. And is there no thing I can click on? I wonder if this will seem obvious in hindsight, or if even in hindsight. A more advanced thought than I had, Stimpinski, which was, can I just bash him on the head with a lantern?
Rats.
Yeah, let's take a look. Okay. Yes, I can, and why? What does it mean? Wait, now I can't. There's an F on the wand. Okay. I was turning him into his false... I had the right imposter, but I was turning him into his false form, maybe?
Rosella! No! Don't! No, stop!
No, I did this wrong, but... Okay. I should have...
Rosella!
Thank you for the
Rosella!
sharp elbow in the ribs of, dude, come on. Yeah, all right. So now it's in true. I want to change it to false. And then does that mean I can use it on him? Okay. When it's in true form, you have to use it on somebody in their true form.
You, the son of Oberon and Titania? What are you doing here?
Rosella, where are we?
Hold on.
What's going on?
Now, on the one hand, I had stated a hope that Edgar would show up. But what's up with even if you tell me Edgar, his skin color has changed from green.
I have something so special
why
in
would
store for you.
Rosella
I hope you enjoy hot
immediately
weather.
recognize him? Chapter 6 is alternating characters.
Come, my lady. We must hurry.
Oh, it's time to figure this out. All right. What? Did I just find like a hole or something? What is Rosella doing? She's literally digging through the wall of the volcano with her bare hands. What she did not know about was Rosella's digging prowess. I don't even understand why the solution was just click on the wall of the volcano until Rosella... She even has a shovel. Should the puzzle not have at least been use the shovel? Okay. Well, we're only... Alright. I'm going to face a decision point soon. Stupinski, it is true that I've never been inside a volcano. Okay. Get this flower. Fair. Rosella, what the hell? What I'm asking you to do, Rosella... Okay, can I use the shovel here as a lever? Sort of. She didn't quite use it as a lever. For some reason, whatever she did worked. Oh, now she can climb on it. When it was the other way around, for some reason she couldn't. Okay, well. A fragrant flower. No detail on whether it's a stink flower or not. Remind myself what I have. I've got a mysterious device. Oh, great. Actually, that might be great right now. To interface with this mysterious device? Nope. No such luck. I have a stocking. Extra life, which Rosella has been reluctant to use. She's like, no, I'm getting to the end of this quest with all my mega elixirs. All the flagrant fouls have been on the part of Militia. Okay. How do I manipulate this device? There are two things I can press, but apparently... Okay. Was that the order in which I did them, or was it just touching the right one at all? Well, let's find out. Let's give this a try. If I touch the right one right away, nothing happens. So if I go right and then left, and then click in the middle, so is it just the order of the 3 clickables? Because the first time I went middle, left, right, and then just now I went right, left, middle. So let's try left, right, middle. I went right, left, middle. So
Oh, I fought the lava and the lava won. I just should have moved faster.
okay, no, that was not me using the machine wrong. That was me running out of time. So left, right, middle. Ta-da! Not the most compelling puzzle. But here we are. How am I going to wake him up? Maybe hold a fragrant flower under his nose? Maybe there were. I didn't even bother looking once I realized there were only 3 inputs. Ah, there. Okay, all I had to do was remember 2 weeks ago.
My daughter. Oh, I thought I'd never see you again.
Mama,
But again,
I'm so sorry.
you don't need the hint so much
I
when
saw
there's
the castle and I
3
jumped in to
inputs.
see, and the Troll King, Edgar, well, he just...
Edgar?
There's only 6 possible combinations. Permutations.
No, you'll not touch her.
Out of my way, whelp! I enslaved your little mind once. Don't think I'll be so kind this time.
Never again, Militia.
That was not a super epic... Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Edgar, use my extra life. No? Hit her with a shovel. No, time's up.
Drat it. I just should have been more decisive.
I agree, oh, come on. Okay, fine. I like the tension building volcano music.
My daughter. Oh, I thought I'd never see you again.
Mama, I'm so sorry. I saw the castle and I jumped in to see,
can the mysterious
and the Troll
device
King, Edgar,
plug
well,
in
he
here?
just...
And if so, does that
Edgar?
defeat Militia somehow? Try anything once.
No, you'll not touch her.
Out of my way, whelp.
I hear Astra wailing for a drink, so I don't want you to think that I'm cruel for not going. She's had so many drinks today. Okay. I think Edgar's big mistake was just randomly turning his back on his foe. Nope, don't plug the device in. Okay. Use the magic wand. No.
Drat it.
Is it literally just use the fragrant flower again on Edgar to get him up? I kind of wish. Why is the reload point before the cinematic here? Wait. Well, if I don't figure it out this time, I'll see. Is there anything else I could have done prior to the situation to prepare? Like plug the device in here or whatever. I don't know. I didn't bring the Brita filter up. Little thirsty, but
My daughter. Oh, I thought I'd never see you
I'll be
again.
okay.
Mama, I'm so sorry. I saw the castle and I jumped in to see, and the Troll King, I mean Edgar, well, he just...
Edgar?
No, you'll not touch her.
Out of my way, whelp. I enslaved your little mind once. Don't think I'll be so kind this time.
Never again, Militia.
Yeah, that part is just completely inexplicable. Why is he doing that? No, it's not the flower. Is it the extra life before he gets there? No. Is it hitting her with a shovel? No. Is it plugging the device in? It's using the device on her.
Drat it.
No?
I just should have been more decisive.
Okay. Plug the device in advance. And that's why, I bet, the game is taking us back here prior. Oh, no, don't take it back out. Leave that in, for sure. And then maybe we turn the crank or something at a critical moment. Hopefully. Or perhaps, at least, if that is the only thing I need to do pre-cinematic, maybe it will give me a reset point during the duel. If we do have to try again. I like the science fair volcano that serves as a meter of the actual volcano's current status.
My daughter. Oh, I thought I'd never see you again.
Mama, I'm so sorry. I saw the castle and I jumped in to see, and the Troll King, I mean Edgar, well, he just...
Edgar?
No, you'll not touch her.
Out of my way, whelp. I enslaved your little mind once. Don't think I'll be so kind this time.
Never again, Militia.
Oh, I get why Edgar's turning his back. He thinks he has won at that point, which is just not very responsible fighting. Now that it's all charged up, can I do something with it on her? Hell yes, I can. You've turned her into a baby. Now she'll be really easy to club to death with a shovel. Well, here we are. Rosella will.
We thank you for saving our world, my lady.
My son.
Hold on, though.
Edgar was your son?
Yes. He was first taken from us as a babe by an evil fairy named Lolotte. It was your valiant daughter who freed him, and we were a family once more. Then he vanished again at his own homecoming celebration.
Freed him by murdering
And now
Lolotte
it
in her
was all
sleep.
part of Melicia's evil plot.
You monster! Monster! How could you?
Hold on.
No, my love, no. Whatever Melicia was, she is no more. Can't you see this is only an innocent babe?
I really like that.
Something went terribly wrong with you, my sister. Let us start over again.
Come, Lady Valanice, Lady Rosella. We will take you home.
No, hold on. Okay, so I needed to use the extra life on Edgar before his soul left his body. This doesn't count as the ending, so we're not watching the credits. Ah, whatever, we're watching the credits.
Grow up, young lady, that's what they all say. It's time to settle down, put childish things away. Aren't you happy, thrilled, delighted? You're going to be a bride.
Yes, I knew that Roberta Williams had a new co-creator for this game, but I did not recall what her name was. Lorelei Shannon. They credited all three heads of the three-headed plant, but it's just the one guy, and then it says, "Wow!" How did one guy voice all three of those characters? Oh, hey, and Lorelei Shannon also directed the cast. Special thanks to Al Lowe for contributing whatever lascivious jokes were in the game. Okay. Let's run that one back, but not just allow Edgar to expire on the ground in front of us. But this is going to take us back to... Okay, that's fine. I can live with this. Because I know the answers from here. Wait. Oh, of course, because... Okay. Okay. I'm going to deal with this cat. and then we will get the true ending in the third save. I have soured on the save system in this game, but not on the game itself, which I'm quite fond of. Okay, hang tight, gang. We'll do this properly. Whoops. We'll do this properly real soon. Hang tight. Okay, let's do this right. Hopefully, the extra life is not a stretch goal item that you don't actually... Okay, good.
Change the imposter back into his rightful form. It's our only chance.
Rosella, get him!
No, no, get him!
Edgar?
How did she recognize him?
You, the
Anyway,
son of Oberon.
Edgar was not a dashing prince the last time she saw him.
Rosella, where are we? What's going on?
Wait a minute. Oh, right. I forgot about all these intervening sequences, and I was like,
I have
when was I
something
supposed
so
to
special
plug...
in store for you. I hope you enjoy hot weather.
Ha 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 ha. Fortunately,
Ow! Oh!
stay calm, Rosella. Just, Rosella has really good nail health.
We must hurry.
Exactly. She's got the artificial ones, but she got them put on right before the opening scene. So they're still really sturdy, well adhered. What a weird puzzle this is, though. Like, it's practically nothing. I don't even remember that little vignette from just a moment ago. Get the fragrant flower. Oh. Use the shovel on the rock like a lever. Which just makes absolutely no sense. Now she can climb on it. Sure, fine, whatever. Get the flower. Left, right, middle. The concision of chapter 6 really kind of flipped the script on my, I don't know if we can beat this today because of how long chapter 5 is taking. Concern. Charge up our de-aging device. Fill it up with reverse chronotons or whatever. I really like the touch of you turn her back into Militia and then Oberon's like, well, she's innocent now. It's not at all in keeping with the capriciousness of actual Greek mythological figures, but I'll take it.
My daughter. Oh, I thought I'd never see you again.
Mama, I'm so sorry. I saw the castle and I jumped in to see, and the troll king, Edgar, well, he just...
Edgar?
Here it comes. The true ending.
No, you'll not touch her.
Out of my way, whelp! I enslaved your little mind once.
I think Lorelei
I'll
Shannon
be so kind
did a very good
this
job
time.
overall with her task of writing the
Never
script for this
again,
game and
Militia.
directing the cast. But she really should have had the Edgar voice actor do a couple more line readings on his like climactic "I won't let you" line. Especially when he only has like a handful of lines anyway. Maybe they only had him for like 15 minutes. Her Militia's mistake was being like, even though I have an instantaneous kill magic spell, I'm going to use my really charged up one for this final victory, even though Rosella is extracting a mysterious device that seems to be fully charged. Yeah, as soon as the crown becomes a cursor. Nope. Yes. Boom.
I thought we'd never see you again.
Valanice, I cannot thank you enough. You have not only saved our world, you have given us back our greatest treasure. our son.
Your son? Edgar? You know our son?
Well, you see, I was stolen as a baby by an evil fairy named Lolotte. She twisted my body and tried to twist my mind, but
Twisted his
somehow
body.
I knew
There
I
we
was
go.
not her son. Then Rosella appeared. I knew she was special. She released me from my slavery to Lolotte,
Yeah.
and I went home to Etheria.
We were so happy. The whole
He loves a
kingdom was
happy ending
overjoyed.
exactly as much
We
as
held
he
a
loves to
ball in our
watch two
son's
parents weep
honor.
over their dead child.
Our boy vanished from the gardens on the night of the party. We were crushed. We set off to search for him immediately. Now I know it was all part of Melicia's evil plot.
Something went terribly wrong with you, my sister. Let us start over again, shall we?
Rosella, it was I who lured you into this world. I kidnapped you. I know you can never forgive me, but please, let me assure you that I was not in my right mind. I would never have done that had I known.
Edgar, would you show me the sights of Etheria? After all, it's what I came for.
Aw. You really don't need to apologize for things that you did under magical compulsion, but Edgar's a good guy. He wants to take
Rosella,
accountability, even when he's
been in
not
my
accountable.
heart since the day I first saw you. Rosella, may I have the honor of courting you?
Yes, you may.
Yeah, and like a 2 out of 10 on levels of 1 out of 10 even on the level of malice scale of what people have felt towards my family. All right. Excellent. King's Quest 7. The Princeless Bride.
Grow up, young lady, that's what they all say. It's time to settle down, put childish things away. Aren't you happy, thrilled, delighted? You're going to be a bride.
When my brother first came home, Edgar, we thought he was a sociopath because he kept killing every cat that he saw. It really is, Cedric. Especially because I thought a lot of the game was pretty well written and it's a King's Quest adventure game, so the plot is very much a matter of unveiling puzzles and slowly getting us to a climax. But I did think there was a plotting misstep in the abrupt reintroduction of Edgar and also reintroducing him in a form where we are not going to personally recognize him. They could have laid the groundwork for that a bit better. Even if Rosella had, during her argument with Valanice at the start, said something like, made some allusion to Edgar at all. Just mention him somehow. Or just, given that Titania is green-skinned anyway, Why not just have Edgar be green-skinned? But, yeah, okay. King's Quest VII. That was a really fun game. I think that what they tried to do with the save system was really well intentioned, and like crafting a game without dead ends. That's kind. Thank you for doing that, Roberta. But in these last 2 sessions, some real shortcomings in that saving system have revealed themselves to me. I guess part of the problem is that if I had been playing this game contemporaneously, I would not have had any expectation of an autosave. For example, like, remember in Quest for Glory 4, like a huge part of the manual for Quest, there's like a whole page being like, so we have this thing called an autosave. Now, auto is short for automatic. So it's an automatic save. And what this means is that at critical points, the game will automatically save for you without any need for your input. And then a save game file will exist that you can restore called automatic-save.sav. So if yes, I should have, when I wasn't explicitly told the game was autosaving by the game itself, I should have made the leap to, no, there's no autosave. They just selected an arbitrary continue point prior to every scripted death, and they load that point with whatever inventory you had. But fortunately, I mean, and this was true, when I was in a dead end in Quest for Glory 4 for so long, and then when I had to restart it, the thing is, with an adventure game, you can make up lost ground pretty quickly because the real work is in solving the puzzles in the first place, not so much the sheer number of mouse movements and clicks. So, yeah. And that's really probably my strongest critique of the game. Yes, that part also pretty counterintuitive. Although to be fair, I mean, my beloved Ultima 5 Warriors of Destiny also attaches saving to quitting, but I think that's because in the original, you could only save when you quit. Playing it in DOSBox, in the GOG version, you hit Q and it says save and quit to DOS, and you say yes. That too. Like, without without role-playing game elements, there's no, like, I didn't have to grind back up Valanice's cheese slinging ability or anything like that. And then otherwise, while I do think I share what is probably the more commonly held King's Quest fan opinion, that I prefer the digitized painting art style of 5 and 6 to the animated style, the Disney-esque animated style of 7. I thought the Disney-esque animated aesthetic was nice. And as I mentioned earlier in this stream today, when you look at it in the Twitch thumbnails on my video on demands, wow, it looks beautiful at a tiny resolution. It looks astoundingly nice. And the aesthetic makes a lot of sense for the particular game that it is, which is the game where not only does Princess Rosella take center stage again, or share center stage with her mother, but it's a marriage plot. It's about a headstrong princess who doesn't want to get married, and then has an adventure, and then gets to marry an actual guy who she chooses. A Disney-esque aesthetic is really complementary to that particular kind of plot line. So I've never seen Brave, but from what few details I have heard of it, I see what you mean. And yeah, I was worried, I was mentioning at the start, that the simplified cursor options for interactions, and then compounded by the will literally tell you when you can use the item by lighting up the cursor. I was worried that that would have an effect of dumbing down the puzzles. But I actually thought that there were some really good puzzles that both challenged me, but I was able to figure them out through interacting with the game. There were also some things that I kind of just made work because the item would work. But those were the exception. Like figuring out the sling. Oh, great question, Pattern Blue. Let me think. Favorite world? I think it's Ooga-Booga. And maybe that is the, that comes back to the aesthetic thing. Like, if I prefer not to have... Hey, David, you only showed up in time for the ending? Well, now you know how it can work out well and how it can work out poorly. Yeah, I think Ooga-Booga I enjoyed the most. In terms of a segment of, like, my favorite world aesthetically was Ooga-Booga. And I think also narratively I really enjoyed both segments, like Rosella's time in Ooga-Booga and Valanice's last time. Hey, Fire Krillin! Yes, please, tell me anything. There's no spoilers now. Mechanically, I really, really enjoyed Chapter 1. Even if, like, in a narrative sense, it's like, why did these, like, they made these ancient devices in the desert, and then they have this, like, these really, really pedantic diagrams. The flag! I totally forgot about the flag. So a flag can defeat the giant scorpion. Please elaborate. That's true, but I got to run to the grocery store before I can make myself supper, and I'm starting to feel the pangs of hunger. So, okay, I will do that prior to us. I'll do it at the start of Mask of Eternity, maybe, or briefly next week before I take a 1 week King's Quest interlude, because I don't think I'm going to finish Super 1-1 World tomorrow. So maybe 1 more week of Super 1-1 World before I bring Quest for Glory 5 Dragonfire in on Sundays. And I want to start Dragonfire and Mask of Eternity at the same time in some sort of weird masochistic history lesson in the death of Sierra in the late 90s. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I went back to Ultima 7 just to cast the Armageddon spell. Maybe I should go back to Ultima Underworld 2 and crash Killorn Keep to the ground. Which is just such an unvirtuous thing to do. But I suppose so is casting the Armageddon spell. But casting the Armageddon spell makes the game unwinnable. And apparently killing the people in Killorn Keep just solves some of your problems and then lets you advance with the rest of the game. Yeah, and I'm glad that Valanice got to have a moment in the sun as a playable character, so she's not left out in the family. When I was a kid, and I wasn't a kid, I was probably like 19 or 20 when I actually found out this game existed. But I remember seeing it and thinking like, oh, okay, so after 5, they did a game with the son, and then they did a game with the daughter and the mother, not realizing that actually most of the King's Quest games don't star King Graham, or Sir Graham as the first one would star. I don't think there was a bad part of that game. There were little moments, like puzzles I would have done differently, and some like the animations aren't great. but they're often likable enough. And through like flat line readings, I think the voice cast in King's Quest 6 like hit it a bit harder than King's Quest 7. But I don't think there's not really any sour notes in this game for me, even with some of the saving shenanigans. And what else could I say? I really like taking a look at the items to the next level where they're 3D objects now you can rotate. I wonder what would have happened if they tried experimenting more with 3D in the King's Quest series. Maybe there's some untapped potential there. Or maybe it's going to be a catastrophe if they try that, which they are going to do. Who's my favorite member? There are 8 in the original series. So King's Quest 1 through 7, which you played, and then King's Quest Mask of Eternity. The look how venerable titans of the video game industry struggled to adapt to the trends of the late 90s. And then just as it happens, although from what I understand and what I expect is that Quest for Glory 5 will be a little less of just like a liver punch of a game. Whereas I'm really not anticipating like finding a lot of silver lining in Mask of Eternity, but who knows? I'll keep an open mind to the best extent that I can. After both games, their respective designers, the Coles and Roberta Williams, took long hiatuses, like decade plus hiatuses from video game development. Roberta Williams only just returned like a couple of years ago. And when she did return, it's just a VR remake of Colossal Cave Adventure, which sounds kind of cool, except that I watched a couple of videos, a video review of it, and it kind of feels like the kind of thing where to really get something out of it that you couldn't get out of just going back and doing the original text adventure game, Colossal Cave Adventure, kind of seems like you actually need to do it in VR. Like the 3D graphics aren't setting the world on fire by themselves, but being in the cave would probably be really that would probably actually add something to the experience. Maybe that's the hidden killer app that VR has not yet managed to bust through and really like capture gamers. Maybe the answer is reviving adventure games. Okay. Well, I mean, maybe I should check it out, because similarly, sometime after I've finished Quest for Glory, I've already purchased whatever the hell it's called. I can't remember. Hero University or whatever. I've already purchased the Cole's return to game development. So maybe that would be a fun pair to do a little bit down the road. What did the Coles do when they came back? What did Roberta Williams do when she came back? Yeah, I thought like the first article that I read about Roberta Williams returning, I just thought it was like, what an interesting idea. What a cool way to kind of put a coda. I mean, I don't know if it's a coda, because maybe Roberta Williams would do something else still in video games. But a really cool thing to like come back and be like, I'm going to go back to the game that inspired me, and I'm going to drag it kicking and screaming into contemporary era and make a faithful remake of it with contemporary technology. Interesting idea. The Coles had more of a, from what I understand, it's not just like a new Quest for Glory game, but it is very much a like, hey, look, we kind of made a hybrid of an adventure game and an action RPG. So many games. Thank goodness that I'm not even 39 years old yet, so I've still got time. Knock on wood. To to enjoy more things. So yeah, King's Quest VII, enthusiastic thumbs up. I don't think it's my favorite King's Quest. I'm not sure I'm ready. I know I did a ranking of the first 6. I can't even remember exactly what it is. I might, if I did it again, I might say them differently. I think I need to digest a little more before I say, okay, here's my ranking of the 7. But I bet next weekend I could probably give a ranking of the whole 8, right? I have very little doubt that I will wind up putting Mask of Eternity as my least favorite King's Quest, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe everyone's wrong. Maybe it takes my my unique critical perspective to unearth why that was actually a good game. I'm skeptical, but who knows? You never know. You never know what could happen. Yeah. This has been really great. This entire King's Quest saga. A nice way for me to, like, a thing that I've been doing often on this channel with my classic PC game playing is getting around to, at long last, games that had fascinated me but that I never really had access to and the time to sit down and really play. And it was cool. This was nice. This has been nice. And for historical like interest, it'll be nice to carry on and do Mask of Eternity at least. And then who knows what's next? I mean, I've been tossing around a bunch of things. I'm not going to start Ultima 7 Serpentile until into the like closer to summer, maybe during my vacation, so that I can hit it intensively and try to get it done in a smaller space of calendar time. Because it sounds like a very long game in a way that might, if I'm only playing it once a week, really start to feel like it's dragging. And since it is also it's the last Ultima game that people generally really like, I don't want to like mess up my experience of it by doing something like, yeah, I mean, I saw I haven't read the CRPG Addict's posts about what happens in the game, but I did click into his final thing and see his total playtime, and I felt the taste of despair. And usually when I compare my playtime on a game that the CRPG Addict has played to his, he goes faster. Probably both because he's a better CRPG player than me for very obvious and very fair reasons. But then also probably, like, there is an element of he's playing games by himself and then blogging about them later. And I'm hanging out with you folks and I'm talking the whole time and I'm drinking my tea and I'm getting the cat's water. I guess I'd be doing that if I was playing the game by myself. So that's off down the road. So what I know is coming up is pretty soon the double header of Quest for Glory 5 and King's Quest Mask of Eternity. And then from there, I will on Saturday dive immediately into Dark Sun, Shattered Lands. So by the way, there's a channel points reward you can redeem if you would like to create one of the 4 characters in the party I will play. I have no restrictions on what you could do, except that I don't want to have the bad kind of Dark Sun mage. I don't want the, I can't remember what they're called. I know the good kind of mage is a preserver, but I don't want the kind who steals the energy of the planet and has caused the whole catastrophe. I don't want those villains on my team. But otherwise, you can do what you want. I don't care. You don't have to worry about balance. Check out my Pool of Radiance playthrough on YouTube. I went through with a not at all recommended party structure. And it was great. And I'll do the same thing with Dark Sun. I would like to have a half giant lady on the team. We don't need to get into that, but no. My bad, Cedric. I would have sworn I had this set. Let me see. I've been talking about this 4 weeks. Okay, hold on. Why is it not there? I found the answer. It's that in your custom rewards panel. No, David. Here's the answer. There is an enabled switch, which I have now clicked. I don't know what actually happens when you... I can't remember. Because the only other time I've had a channel points reward that people have gone for was... Haha! David has redeemed. Okay, so there's no on-screen notification. Cedric has redeemed. That's 2 slots taken. So if anybody else wants in on that action... Although, obviously, this is largely the adventure game audience. So you might not care about stat blocks. There are 2 pieces left. So... hopefully tomorrow, or possibly even this evening, I will crack open the Dark Sun manual and I will create a channel in the Discord, in the 58 Dream Discord, Dream Street Discord, where any one of you is welcome to join us. Invite link in the about section of my Twitch. I will make a channel there that, or a page, or a whatever the hell the subunits are called. Channels, because the whole big thing is a server and a channel. I'll make a Dark Sun channel where I'll tell you the various details that you can give me to create a character. And so we're definitely doing that. And then it's just like, oh man, what else can I fit in? I would love to do Starflight 2 if I can get a chance. I know PJ has suggested Phantasmagoria, and I have also done my preliminary research to determine that I won't get literally banned from Twitch for playing it. You are allowed to play it on Twitch as long as you have the mature tag on. And OBS actually seems to have an internal list of games that if you pick one, or maybe Twitch, it's just Twitch that has it, but you pick a game that is mature. Like when I was doing Quest for Glory 4, it was putting the for certain audiences tag on its own. So maybe I'll check out Phantasmagoria, and we'll I can give the general content / trigger warning, and then an experienced player in the audience can maybe say, hey, coming up right about now is the part where anybody who has has unfortunate traumas in their past will want to go take a walk and come back in 10 minutes, and I'll say, "Oh boy, that wasn't good." There's that. I got the Super Mario RPG remake for Christmas. I've been thinking about doing. I am in an endless process because I just keep not having time to make the art, but I want to do a show, probably intermittent rather than regular, where I get Danielle on here, and it's going to be called, "Hey babe, can we play this game?" So the gimmick will be getting a non-gamer to try different games with me. So maybe we'll get some of that in. Jeez, there's all kinds of stuff. What an exciting time to be alive. All right, so check it out, team. Tomorrow, we're going back to the Mushroom Kingdom, Super 1-1 world. Creator Warspy King's suite of variations on the classic 1-1 from Super Mario Brothers. It's been great so far. I'm looking forward to playing some more of it. Right now, I've set myself to be playing pretty early in the morning. I mean, not that early, but like in the morning. However, I have to interface with British to offer my advice and thoughts, I believe, on recommendations for different approaches to training. I think that's what it was we were going to talk about. If British and I wind up linking up right before when I said I'd start the stream, I might have to push the stream back a little. I mean, have to, like, not like I have to, like, oh man, I got to talk to British tomorrow. But the other, in the way, like, I have to do this because I said to do it. I'm looking forward to doing it. I don't want to put it off, right? So British and I got to talk in the morning. Are going to talk in the morning And so if that runs long, I'll start late. But that's the plan. Because we had talked about maybe doing it after the stream, but now I'm recognizing that I'm quite hungry and I need to go to the grocery store first before I can cook food. So I think I'll give better advice when I'm not, when I'm not literally thinking like, okay, we gotta successfully conclude this interaction so I can go to the grocery store. So British in particular, I will contact you when I awaken and have breakfast in the morning, which I plan to do at a pretty regular, I always use Eastern time, so 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which is 7 a.m. for me, is when I'll get up and feed the cats. So give me an hour after that, and I will be fully awake and fed, hopefully. And we'll link up, and then we'll play some Super Mario Maker 2, and hopefully there will be some good variations, and definitely some that are going to give me the extraordinary hand sweating issues. Right now it's 9 p.m., right? So 4-hour time difference. So 8 a.m. my time is noon, which is not optimal for you, probably, because you want to eat lunch. So perhaps 9 a.m. my time, 1 p.m. your time, we'll aim at. And yeah, so more Mario tomorrow. That should be fun. Great. Excellent. It's a plan. And then Tuesday, fingers crossed for Greg's continuing health and well-being, which is occasionally disruptive to us. But if all goes according to plan, Greg's going to come over here and we're going to have episode 50 of Greg and James Beat 'em Up. We are going to play our 50th game, which is an interesting coincidence because we're not on a 1 game per episode pace. We usually do more than 1 game per episode, but every now and then we've had a game, especially the Technos, your River City Ransom or Downtown Neketsu Story, and the beat 'em up RPGs that take up a little bit more time. There may or may not be castles. There won't be in the 50th game, Special Project Y, which I'm gathering as a spy theme. But if we get to the 51st game, it could easily be a medieval, like a fantasy beat 'em up with weapons. And then next Friday night, Michaela and the gang joins the rest of the gang for part 2 of the Crystal Enclosure scenario in Friday Night Frosthaven. And before you know it, it'll be Saturday here again, and we'll be solving puzzles together, but of the pushing blocks variety during a 1-week interlude before we trek into darkness with King's Quest Mask of Eternity. Wild times. All right, this has been a lot of fun, and as it always is, more fun thanks to the company of you folks. So, as I like to say, if you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came to your left, well, you can't hear my voice. But I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time that we look at ourselves and we say, oh, I'm all around and stuff like Homer in that one episode of Treehouse of Horror. Take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.